Now, if you go to our website, on our modules, you'll notice that there's an employee self-service section. And what this does is that it allows employees to use our mobile app to perform a host of functions for them. So firstly, they can manage their time off, they can access their pay slips and tax forms, they can manage or review their timesheets, even submit timesheets in self-service. They're able to view their appraisals, appraise other team members. They're able to view their own data, record any training updates, and generally collaborate with other team members. They can view company memos, submit surveys, and that type of thing. So, how do you give access to the employee self-service mobile app to employees? Now, if we go to Jenny, we'll see that under user account here, there are the options to add a new user or link to an existing user. So if you already have a user account in the system that you may have added through the administration section, you can link that here. But let's go ahead and add a new user account for Jenny. The prerequisite here is to have an email address. So let's go ahead and edit Jenny's profile. And let's say, her email is jenny.albion@maildrop.cc. All right, I'm going to go ahead and save that. And if I'm browsing back Jenny's profile, we'll see her email there. And all I have to do is hit add a new user, and the user form pops up, and you hit save. What happens here is that TechlifyHR creates a user account, generates a password for Jenny, and you'll see the user account show up here, and Jenny will then receive an email with her credentials that she can then log in. So that email might look something like this. So here's an example where we have an email came to Joshua. It gives some introduction. The one-time password would show up here, and the email address, right? And then Joshua can log in, and there's an intro video. Now, let me log in on the web browser. Keep in mind again, this employee user accounts are mainly to be used via the mobile app, but because I'm using a testing account for my demos, we don't have a mobile app for the testing account, but I just wanted to log in to show you that this account works. Now, if I hit login, so a couple of things you'll notice that employees can't see anything that you would normally see as an admin, right? So on the employee login, there's nothing here, but it really does show that they can log in. And if they go to my dashboard, TechlifyHR shows them the links to the app on the Apple Store. So if they click on that, they'll be able to download it, the TechlifyHR mobile app. And then similarly on the Android Play Store, they'll be able to download our TechlifyHR mobile and then log in, where they will only see their data. Now, that's creating a login. You might also have scenarios where team members may forget their password, right? So let's go to Jimmy, because I'd linked Jimmy to my email. If somebody forgets their password, you just need to hit the reset password option here, right? It gives you a confirmation dialog, and you hit proceed. What happens once you hit reset password is that TechlifyHR takes care of resetting this password for your employee, and then they get the password reset email that looks like this. You see it says, hey Joshua, click the link to reset your password. The email comes through. There's a one-time password, and then Joshua can follow the steps here to get his password reset. So that process is fairly straightforward, and all you have to do is hit the reset password. And last but not least, what if a team member leaves the company and you wanted to block their access from their profile, right? All you have to do is to remove the user account here, right? So if I proceed to remove that user account, let's go back to Joshua's access here where he was logged in, and let me refresh here. And you will see that even the mobile app pages are no longer available. And let me just log out and try logging in back, and you will see that, the Techlify test account, which is what we're using, is blocked for Joshua, but he does have access to Training Inc. So Joshua has multiple companies that he worked for. That's why you have access, but the user account is disabled, and there will be no access. You see the My Dashboard option no longer becomes available to this employee. So that's how you deactivate them, and they would not be able to see any of their payslips or anything on the mobile app. And that's how you go about managing employee accounts in TechlifyHR.